This is a declassified overview from the Global Defense Force archives, a reconstruction of the Amazonian event, the Gorgon Spore.
So, what you're about to see is the official GDF after action report on an encounter that, and I'm not kidding, fundamentally changed our entire understanding of the Titan conflict. Before this, we saw them as monsters. Simple as that. After this, well, things got a lot more complicated. All right, let's get into it. The whole event centered on this single massive biological anomaly that just appeared deep inside the Amazon basin. GDF quickly designated it a Terran Titan, giving it the codename GorgonRoot. Okay, so according to the official file, GorgonRoot is a Class 4 Terran. Its main thing, its primary function, was spreading these huge clouds of bioluminescent spores. At first, it just looked like some kind of massive ecological event. We learned pretty quickly just how wrong we were. And the scale of the problem here was just immense. The spore cloud blew up to a radius of 200 miles, and inside that zone, every piece of GDF tech was rendered completely useless. I mean, drones literally fell from the sky, comms went dead, even the targeting systems on our weapons just fried. We were totally blind and deaf. Dr. Thorne, he was on the ground, and he gave us this absolutely terrifying initial assessment. The spores weren't just knocking out our tech, they were actively mutating the local plants and animals. The entire rainforest was being rewritten, bioterraformed into a single living neural web. A truly fearful thing to witness.
You can imagine, this left GDF command completely trapped. They were powerless to act, their own rulebook was hamstringing them, and they were facing this impossible dilemma. The anomaly was growing, and they couldn't get a single asset anywhere near it.
So, on one side, you had the standard GDF doctrine. If you can't fight it on the ground, you hit it with everything you've got from orbit. Simple. But on the other side, Dr. Thorne proposed something truly radical. He said, we can't fight it, so let's try to talk to it. Honestly, out of sheer desperation, with no other options left, Director Tanaka gave the green light to Thorne's completely unconventional mission.
And just like that, Operation First Contact began. This was an unprecedented solo mission taken on by Dr. Thorne himself. He was headed deep inside that technology dead zone, with the fate of the entire region resting on a theory that, let's be real, most of Command thought was completely insane.
The mission plan itself was incredibly tense and methodical. Thorne had to approach this colossal Titan in a specially shielded vehicle. He started projecting low-frequency sonic pulses, not as a weapon, but more like a greeting. The whole time, he had to maintain a non-threat posture, all while recording every tiny reaction from the creature. And then, it actually worked. GorgonRoot stopped what it was doing. It paused the spore dispersal. Its massive central red eye, probably the size of a building, focused directly on Thorne's tiny vehicle. You have to understand, this was the first time a Titan didn't just react to us, it acknowledged us. Right in that moment of contact, the Titan released a single, new puff of spores. But these were different, totally harmless. This new sample was immediately rushed back to the lab for analysis. You can just imagine the tension back at GDF Command. And this was the one question on everybody's mind. Had GorgonRoot just blasted us with some kind of advanced, deadlier bioweapon in retaliation? Or was this something else entirely? Could this actually be a message? The lab results were just staggering. No way to prepare for this. The spores weren't a weapon at all. Their complex carbon structures formed a perfect three-dimensional star chart. It wasn't an attack, it was a map. And that map led Dr. Thorne to a single paradigm-shattering conclusion. This map showed where GorgonRoot came from, and it proved that the Terran Titans were not terrestrial at all. None of them are from Earth. Our entire strategy, our whole war, had been built on a complete and total lie. As you can imagine, this discovery sent shockwaves through the entire GDF. Everything had to be reassessed. Every protocol had to be rewritten. This after-action report closes out with the issuing of a new and pretty stark directive. Directive 12. Containment impossible. Observation continues. We were no longer fighting monsters from our world, we were making first contact. And the message was crystal clear. We were not alone, and we were definitely not in charge. End of transmission.